Okay, so Heidi here. And I actually got these really cool little things, and I'm excited to turn them into something. Just grabbed these from one of my wholesalers for my yarn business because they had some, and I decided to weave with all this. So this is actually one of my hand spun yarns. One of my art yarns. It's got gold tinsel in it. It's wild and crazy. This is a found bone. Find bones on the beach all the time. I don't live at the beach anymore, but this is just like old leftover yarn. Both of these they're from a company that I don't even think exists anymore, but like magical. I think the company was called like Twinkle. If you know that it exists, please email me because I want to know. They have beautiful stuff. This is just some cheap leftover yarn, again, from another project. Cotton, like yarn or thread. Oops, sorry. That I use for core spinning and for packaging up my orders. So we're going to use all of these. You're going to need a decent amount, but you don't need to cut it just yet. So what I want to do with this is just like a little twig wreath. I want to turn it into a weaving. So it doesn't really matter which side you start with, but whichever side you think you like better, put that side face down for now. Okay, let me make sure. Oh, that's a tough decision. Maybe I like this side or the other side better. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna start by trying my best to kind of pull this through. Yes. Okay. Got it. And I'm gonna pull it all the way. Pretty long piece. And this may be too much, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. So just creating little lines that go straight across. And you're gonna work it all the way around. I need to move all this out of my way real quick. Obviously it's in my way. Just trying to keep it all in frame, which isn't exactly a logical thought. What's new? Okay. So now I've got that, and I'll come over here and I'll find a new spot to go through. Are you gonna work with me? Are you gonna work with me? Probably not. So I'm probably just gonna have to go through this whole thing. Go through the hole. Go through the hole. Go through the hole. Got it. And I'm gonna get this all done and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've got that all woven through. I tied the centers of these a little bit just so they're more like even, and I left a little bit up here to use to hang it for later if I decide to hang it. So I mean, that's gonna look pretty cool. We can already tell. Of course it is. But you can just pick whatever yarn you want. And I'm gonna do these in smaller pieces. So I've just cut a piece, not too long. And you can kind of just start wherever you want. I would probably start at the center myself. And I think I'm actually gonna pull it through and double this up just because I can. Why not? And let's twist it a little bit. Give it a little more character. And you just start weaving through the strings, and you can actually get real fancy with this if you really get into it. I know people that like really make artwork like this, and it looks like paintings, which is really, really awesome. So I'm just gonna twist this up pretty good. And I'm just gonna do a basic weave. I don't do a lot of weaving, so. And then you don't want to pull it too tight, but you can also just wait till you get it woven in. And then you can kind of pull it like when you're doing braids and you want to like loosen up your braid a little bit. Same general idea. So this double piece, I'm gonna go around, kind of hide it a little bit. We'll tuck that all in real close to the inside. Using the twist there. There we go. Looks like a little bit of a snail here. Now on this second pass, we're going to go in the opposite. So go under, over, under, over, there we go. And it just creates a really cool effect here. In case you're wondering, yes, I'm adding that bone to this because I like bones. And yeah, kind of neat. I'll just keep going around until I reach the end of this little guy. And then I'll grab a different yarn. And there are so many tools you can use for this too. You could, you know, use hooks, like crochet hooks, which I have right here, but I don't really need them. So I'm gonna leave that, and let's check out how this looks. See how it's adding a lot of texture and stuff, and I really wanna ramp up that texture a little bit more. So I'm actually gonna pull a little bit. There we go. Much better. Yes. So then I'm just gonna leave that little piece for now. Kind of stash it. Just leave it hanging back there. And we're gonna go for, let's do a little bit of this. So sparkly. This one I went a little buck wild with, but I mean, what's a girl supposed to do? She's supposed to go buck wild whenever the hell she wants. So, I mean, that kind of goes for everyone, right? Like, do what you want, do what you want to. All right, so I'm just gonna cut a little bit of this, maybe a lot of bit of this, because now this is a core spun yarn that is coiled with gold tinsel. So you kind of just tuck this back in here to hold on to itself, and I'll do that same thing with this actually, just to kind of get things out of my way. All right. And because we want to go opposite, sorry, I just hit the camera again. So we're going to go like this, and like that, and like this, and like that, and like this, and sorry. I normally would do this with music, but I can't do that because I'll get in trouble. Which kind of sucks. Because crafting without music isn't the same. So we're adding this gold, and I may like do a small section. This tinsel is really in my way, isn't it? It's sticking on everything. And you don't have to use a wreath. You can use just like a cross stitch hoop is actually what's more commonly used for this type of thing. So I know that would be a lot easier to work with, but I like really organic looking things. And so these little wreaths really like called my name, and I was like, I have to have those, of course. So yeah, no. And if you want, you can do little knots around these and stuff like that. But I'm just gonna try to keep it simple for this one. Let's check it out. Hey, that's looking pretty cool so far. These little tinsels are sticking. There we go. I'll do that. There we go. That's much easier. Trying to let you guys see every little thing I do, but sometimes just gotta go for what's easier. Here we go. We're getting there. And I just love how this yarn turned out. It's so pretty. You could go so many different ways too. You could use this yarn for like holiday stuff. You could just use it for like beachy themed things. That's looking pretty darn cool if you ask me. But I am biased, so there's that. There's that. How did that happen? I see. Something happened. That's okay. Something happened way back here. That's okay. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. So I'm actually gonna wrap around here. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. Found the problem. We're skipping some stuff. There we go. Much better. Much better. Oh yeah, that looks amazing. Love me some sparkle. And just gonna finish this little piece. Maybe I'm gonna pull it through the back to that center. and I'm gonna pull it right through. I'm gonna use this as my center, almost like it's almost like beading, and I'm gonna pull it through the other side. And it's kind of like, again, with cross stitch, there's a certain type of knot you could do here if you want, but this yarn is so bulky that you don't even have to do that, because you can just pull it on through and have a little knob there. So there's that. And now I want to add this coral color. It's really a vibrant coral. And I'm just going to add a little bit of this. And I might, maybe I'll stick the bone on with that. I have to decide how I'm going to attach the bone, where I'm going to attach it. I might just attach it like to the wreath itself. But I might stick it on the side right here. We'll see. We will see. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna do a little strip of the coral down here. So we're gonna flip this back over. We'll hook it in here, and I'm gonna twist it up like I did the blue. And I'm gonna go this way. Just like that. Just leave that all in the back there for now. Good. Got my next yarn. Hopefully you guys can't hear my father-in-law's TV blaring downstairs, but the odds are that you can. But it's his life. Okay. So I'm actually going to wrap this, because it's such a fine yarn. Sorry, I have fuzz on my mouth. Zip. And it won't come off. Got it. Jeez. The joys of playing with yarn. So I'm gonna wrap this, and I might even like get a little crazy with it, but we shall see. So I'm gonna go back and around. Yeah, so that first pass, you're not gonna really see much of it until I get everything done. But I plan to do more than one pass with it, so there's that. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this. You do yours, I'll be back. All right, so I got that, just wanted a little bit of that natural white, the gold, there we go, down on the bottom there by the coral. And now I've switched back to this really beautiful, basic kind of bluish color. And I'm gonna do one wrap around here, and I'm gonna flip it because it's easier to work that way. Just want to make sure. I'm gonna tie this one in place. from this side. Just because I want to go around the front first and then tie a knot. There we go. Got it. Got it where I need it. Let's decide which way are we going with this knot. That works. We're just going to continue around in whatever manner you choose. You can do the knots and just notice like you can create so many different looks depending on how you're attaching. So I need to loosen those up a little bit. That's the end, never mind. Okay, so that one looks good. I'm just going to keep going, same manner. I'll be back. Okay, so I'm going to attach this bone and I'm using the coral yarn, but I only have it woven through one side, and if you're using anything like this, you can totally glue it on. It's not a big deal. Just need to decide, like, do I want it right there? I want it over here, I think. So I'm going to take it down through there. Yes, I'm going to weave it through this little string here. That'll be a good little spot for that to hang out. I'll go around this string, kind of wrap it up a little bit so it's not really showing. I want that coral popping through the bone. Do a couple little wraps here. Make sure it's nice and strong. Come on. Very snaggy. Very, very snaggy. Oh yeah, okay. Now we'll pull back up through here. Now I have to try to get it through the hole. This should be fun. It's always fun, right? Playing with yarn. If that hook will fit through there. I think I can do it without the hook. If you ever wonder why you have fuzz in your mouth, it's probably because you just stuck your yarn in your mouth like I just did. There we go. That wasn't too bad, right? There we go. Oh yeah, this is awesome. All right. I think it's awesome. I don't know about you, but I think this is amazing and it's fun. And you know, if you have anxiety, this is definitely recommended. Just doing stuff like this, you know, crafting, using your hands, so therapeutic. So there we go. I'll just take that little guy, tuck it in there somehow. You're supposed to be in the back. There we go. Buzz in my mouth. Does not feel very good. Get those out of the way. Go, 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 go. And then, you know, if you want to add more stuff, you totally can. If you want to do it completely different, do it. What are you waiting for? No sense in not doing it, right? Right. All right. So I'm actually gonna make a little bow. Well, not really a bow. I'm gonna tie a little knot here. So the fun thing about using wool yarns is you can create a very fuzzy pom-pom really easily. I'm probably going to do another line of my hand spun stuff around the edge there, but before we get there, I'm just going to show you, if you have a steamer at home or wherever you are, go grab that steamer because you will have a perfect pom-pom every freaking time if you steam it. Just remember that. I know I cut 3. Can't get the third one through. There we go. All right, we're through 1. Now I need to go here. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I'm actually okay, perfect. So we're going to use a little bit of this. We're going to tie it around these pieces. Now, if you want this to be like really fluffy, do more pieces, make it bigger. If you have a giant thing, make it bigger, go for it. But you don't really need to. Need some good old string, and this is cotton string. Tie it in a knot. Trim that knot. And we're going to trim those. Now, part of where people go wrong with their palms is they don't trim them. I'm just going to trim this one now. And so what's going to happen, I'm going to steam this, not right now, but it looks kind of cool right now actually. It looks like a sea anemone. I might just leave it like that because it's kind of neat looking. Happy accident. I like it. Yeah, that is kind of neat looking. If you steam it, it opens up all of the tips of the pieces that are popping out. Uh-oh, I can't find the end. This is gonna end up being a disaster. I can feel it. It's okay. I'm good at untangling yarn. You gotta be good at it. Let's find one end. Sorry, I keep hitting my camera. Is that close to an end? Oh boy, found it. All right. Untie that if you can. Get this out of there. All right. Oh, this is gonna be messy. For sure. Look at all that string hanging off there. So I'm gonna do one more round around the outside and who knows what else, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I'm done weaving. Got it to where I like it. You don't have to fill the whole thing, but yeah, so I'm actually gonna use my hand spun yarn to make a simple little hanger for it. And I just want to see, like, I don't want it hanging like that. I want it hanging from like here-ish. So this is offset to one side. And I'm just gonna pull the yarn through the back by its cut ends to the front. And I'm just gonna do a simple thing. Anybody can do it. Just gonna pull it through the loop. And that will create a little hanger. Real simple little guy. Not so simple when you have one of these though, let me tell you. This thing, there we go. And then you just tie a knot up here, however long you want it to hang. And you don't even have to hang these look really good, just like propped up on a shelf also. And then I'm gonna leave a little bit hanging, so just in case I need to change the length. So that's that. Just in case you got some bones hanging around. Might be a cool little holiday gift thing for your fellow weirdos. So hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Have a good day.